Welcome into the Auburn University Sports Complex as we are set for a barn burner today as the Auburn University Men's Lacrosse Club looks to make it two straight after defeating Wake Forest this past Friday night in a 22-11 fashion as they face off against the Baylor Bears. Both these teams are kind of different stories as Baylor is looking to rebound after a two-loss stretch, first to Texas State and then again last night to Wake Forest right here at this very sports complex, losing to Wake Forest 12-9. But either way, we should be set for an absolute phenomenal game. 15 minutes on the clock for the first quarter and away we go. That ball is picked up, won by Auburn. Fantastic job there from Jake Grafotz. Face-off specialist wins the first face-off and away we go. Auburn got it on the wing, back over to the X. That's Thomas Hoyker. Hoyker over number 13, Brandon Hain. Brandon Hain going across the side. He'll pass out to number 4, Hudson Carter. Hudson Carter, just a freshman. He'll start off at the top of the key over number 29, Jordan Cecily. Jordan Cecily, he'll cut left. He's got an open lane. He'll shoot. He'll score. Hit the top right of the net perfectly, just past the Baylor goalkeeper, and just like that, we have first blood in this one. Auburn leads 1-0. Still a long way to play in this one, but grabbing the first one is an easy way to get it started for the Tigers. That goal came with just 30 seconds into this one. Still a long way to go, but always good and important to grab the first. That was a fantastic goal there by the Tigers. As they're both down, the referee's whistle, and away we go. Picked up by number 44 for the Tigers. That's Dominic Ancario. And Auburn's going to take the time, set something up there. That's number 4, Hudson Carter. Hudson Carter. He'll pass it off to number 13, Brandon Hain. Brandon Hain over to Thomas Hoyker. Hoyker over to number 9, Tanner Price. First time I've said his name this matchup. He's done a great deal of offense for the Tigers as it'll be Hudson Carter with a run. He'll spin right. Nearly lost his footing over to number 9. That's a shot and another goal. Auburn's up 2-0. That was number 9, Tanner Price. Tanner Price makes it 2-0 for the Tigers. That goal coming nearly just a minute into this one. There's still 13 minutes, 56 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Baylor has got to find a way to respond, or this one might get ugly. Two shots for the Tigers, 2 goals as they lead early in this one, as this face-off is picked up and won by the face-off specialist, number 27, Jake Grafotz. Back over to number 22, Dwight Ware. Ware, he'll give it to Ancario. They're going to set something up here. He'll pass it on to number 6, Zach Jones, midfielder out of Atlanta, Georgia. Thomas Hoyker will now have it out of the X over to number 13, Brandon Hain. Brandon Hain, he'll carry across the goal line, extended long pass to the top of the key over to Miles Lebedo. Lebedo over to number 6, Zach Jones. Zach Jones passes to the X, Thomas Hoyker. That's number 13, Brandon Hain, back over to the X for Hoyker. Hoyker, he'll spin left. He's got some room around the crease, having to swim move it. That's Brandon Hain. He's going to shoot, and he's going to score. Brandon Hain makes it 3-0 Tigers. They are out and running with this one early on here in the first quarter. Fantastic goal there for Hain. I believe that's his second of this one so far. Just perfectly is able to get around his defender into the middle of the attacking third and puts one perfectly past the Baylor goalkeeper, as there's 13 minutes and 14 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Both players down, and this is going to be a face-off infraction. It's awarded to the Baylor Bears. They're going to pick it up at midfield. Anybody watching wants to tell me anything, feel free to put it in the chat box. Anything you see or think I've missed and want to let me know, or just tell me that you don't like my voice. Feel free to do any of that. It's a free country. As Baylor's going to pick this up from the wing, he's going to take a run around to the right side. He'll go around and around. Great defensive work there for number 19, Derek DeAngles. They're trying to get a stick on him. Baylor still looking for somewhere to go. Auburn doing a good job defending the middle. Baylor on the run up to the right side. Man goes around the crease. Still can't find anywhere. The man with the ball for the Baylor Bears, if I can ever get this windpipe down, is number 13, Giuseppe Randazzo. He's going to lose that one. It's going to be awarded to the Auburn Tigers. 12 minutes, 14 seconds left to go here in the first period. Brandon Hain, or no, excuse me, that's a 4, not a 1. As he's going to pass it on to the goalkeeper for the Auburn Tigers, number 34, Greg Morgan, a fantastic goalkeeper for the Tiger squad. He's done a fantastic job this season, especially last Friday night, taking it to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, as Auburn is going to set up in their own offensive end of the field. Bright and sunny, but it's also cold here at the Auburn Sportsplex, but the action should be ready to heat us all up. Hoiker from the X around the crease. That's going to be a pass over the wing to number 9, Tanner Price. Tanner Price. Actually now Haynes got it. He's going to shoot again, and that's another goal. Right in the top right of the goal. Perfectly placed past the Baylor goalkeeper's mic. You absolutely love to see it if you're the Tigers. That's 4 shots, 4 goals for the Tigers as they lead 4-0 early in this one. 11 minutes, 26 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Wind is starting to pick up. Thank God I have a good jacket on. I'm just thankful y'all can actually hear me this time. As players' whistles goes out and face-off is won by the Auburn Tigers. Great job there from Jake Kerfatz. He's won all 4 so far. 1 did go to the Baylor Bears on a face-off penalty, as Auburn's going to pick this up from their own wing over to Hoiker in the X. Hoiker over to Brandon Hain. I believe he already has a hat trick on the day. Hain over number 29, Jordan Cecily. I think that's the first time I've said his name. As Levato's going to give it to number 6, Zach Jones. Zach Jones, he'll cut to his right. Back over to Levato. He's got a lot of room to shoot, and he does. That's going to be the first miss for the Tigers. I do believe a Baylor stick got on that ball, but either way, a fantastic shot opportunity there for Levato. Just goes a little bit right. Auburn will pick it up with 44 seconds left on the shot clock. So Hoiker's going to be one that brings it out. He's going to spin. He's still around the crease. That's going to be a pass to the middle. That's a shot. Goes right. Nearly broke the mic there was my voice, as this one goes out again after the shot from number 9, Tanner Price. 33 seconds on the shot clock. 10 minutes, 33 seconds on the game clock. As Hoiker, he's going to manhandle this one, as that one's going to hit the dirt and go into a Baylor stick. But ball's still on the ground. Levato has a shot for it. Can't pick it up, as there's still a scrum, and it's picked up by Jordan Cecily for a moment. Baylor's going to be one that comes away with the scrum ball. Baylor's got a long way to work. One-on-one opportunity to the goalkeeper. That shot, that's going to miss right. Fantastic job there from Greg Morgan to force a miss. And we got more defensive acumen from Derek DeAngles, the defender from Monroe, Connecticut. Fantastic job by him, and it's going to stay Baylor ball, but you cannot find fault in the defensive effort there from the Angles. As that's going to pass, it's going to be breaking up in front of the net by number 1, Cauley Blythe. Baylor still is on goal, but this one is going to be awarded to the top. This one's actually going to be a timeout called by Baylor. They need something and something fast, as Auburn leads 4-0 with 9 minutes and 44 seconds still to come here in this first quarter. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be right back with more lacrosse action here on the WEGL YouTube page. And we are back in living color at the Auburn Sports Complex. It's a cold, cold day for lacrosse, but the action is still heating up here. Auburn leads 4-0 with 9 minutes and 44 seconds left to go here in the first quarter as I drop my play sheet. Give me 1 second, folks. There's the referee's whistling. Away we go. Wind got my papers there, folks, as Baylor's going to carry this across the goal line, extended. Still looking for somewhere to go, as the wind is almost blowing about these players, as I have to get my stuff on my thing. So that's Baylor's number 13. Still looking for somewhere to go with it. Number 2 for Auburn, Bradley Meck, is the one on him. He's looking for somewhere to go. Fighting it. That's a shot that hits the top of the goal and is going to roll, but to be picked up by the Baylor Bears. That was number 13, Giuseppe Rando, the captain of this team, with a shot. He'll spin right, spin left. He's looking for somewhere to go. He's going to be hit near the crease as that one goes in. A fantastic trickerization there, goal for the Baylor Bears. That was number 22, Bradley Vincent, another captain of this Bear squad, as that makes it 4-1, a sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. Baylor is able to cut in to this Auburn lead, makes the deficit just 3 now. Still a long way to go. Still a whole lot of lacrosse to be played, but that was Baylor's first goal, and I believe their 3rd shot, if memory serves me correctly, is they're going to win this face-off. But we got a run here for the Bears, as they're going to slow it down, set something up. 8 minutes, 40 seconds left to be played here in the first period. Tigers lead 4-1 over the Bears. Baylor coming off a 2-loss streak, one to Texas State and then another to Wake Forest right here at the Auburn Sportsplex last night, losing that game 12-9. Auburn has had a different story. They won last Friday night against the Wake Forest Demon Deacons 22-11, as Baylor is going to carry this one across into the offensive box for them. And Baylor's going to pick it up from the X. He's running. He's going to spin right. That's number 29. As that's going to be a hit. And ball's down. Flag is up in the air. I believe that's going to be a hit in the back with the cross take. That's a shot. And that's going to be picked up by Greg Morgan. There's the referee's whistle. Auburn should be a man down. Number 29, Preston Fitzsimmons. Man from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Shot there, that was pushed down. And it was number 13 for Auburn, Brandon Hain. He's one of the ones with that long stick, I believe, that's going to be served on penalty. If my memory serves me correctly. Excuse me, number 19, actually, Derek DeAngles. He's already done some great defensive things for the Tigers so far. He'll serve a 30-second penalty as Auburn's a man down. He's got some room in front of him, room in the middle. That's a spin, that's a shot. And it's deflected off the leg of Greg Morgan. Great save for him. That was number 29, Preston Fitzsimmons, that had that shot. There's another shot for Baylor right into the net of Greg Morgan. That's 3 saves for him. And Auburn has will now be at even Stevens on the string, as Auburn is looking to go on a little bit of fast break here. I believe that's Zach Jones on the end. Excuse me, that's number 9, Tanner Price. Tanner Price passes it off. That's a shot. Can't go anywhere. Miles Alvedo behind his back. That one will go wide right. Shot clock resets. There's 7 minutes left on the game clock for this first period. That's number 13, Brandon Hain. Brandon Hain, he'll cut right, gets a screen from Alvedo. He's wide open in space. That's a shot and deflected by the Baylor goalkeeper. Goalkeeper is number 44, Jake Schmidt. As this pass is going to go awry, Baylor still on top. Auburn doing a good job of crowding whoever has that ball. As the ball's on ground, we have a scrum. as referee's whistle is up, as it'll be awarded to the Auburn Tigers. Start at midfield, Miles Lebedo now has it. Over to Thomas Hoyker. Hoyker over to number 9, Tanner Price. Tanner Price over to Miles Lebedo. Lebedo, he's going up, looking for to get a run. Fake screen there, shot on his right. That's a shot and a score. 5-1 Auburn leads with 6 minutes and 4 seconds on the game clock. Fantastic job there for Miles Lebedo to get open in space around the middle of the field and just put one perfectly past the Baylor goalkeeper and into the net. Lobato there scoring his first one of this one. Came at a good time as Baylor was kind of starting to get back into it. Obviously was not able to score on the man-up opportunity. Auburn being able to kind of drive the nail into the coffin there on this first period, even though there's a lot of time left to be played. You feel like they've kind of gotten out in front as there's 6 minutes left to be played here in the first period. As Auburn's going to pick this one up in front of their offensive third, passes it off. That's Thomas Hoyker is going to have it in the X over number 13, Brandon Hain. Hain looking for somewhere to go with it. Over number 29, Jordan Cecily. Jordan Cecily over number 3, Casey Wakani. Casey Wakani, he's going to cut left. Passes it off to Cecily. Cecily, he'll spin around. Back over to Wakani. Wakani passes to number 6, Zach Jones. Cannot be received, but it'll be picked up. Goal on extended by number 9, Tanner Price. Tanner Price passes out to Jones. Jones looking for a run. He'll cut to his right. Pass to the middle of the field to Lacani. Lacani can't receive it. Picked up by Baylor as they'll be the ones to gain possession. Long pass there is on the ground as it's picked up by number 6, Zach Jones, but he loses it due to a great defensive effort there from the Baylor Bears. That's number 21, JT Landon, had that move there as Hoyker's going to take this one and he's going to shoot and he's going to go wide left. Still Auburn's ball as number 13, Brandon Hain, was closest to it as we have 4 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the first period. Hain, he's going to pass out, attempt right there, I think, to Lacani, but it falls out of his net because of the Baylor defense. Ball still on the ground. They got it in front. Lacani, he'll shoot, deflected off the goalkeeper. Rebound by number 29, Jordan Cecily, as that one hits the net, but not in the correct way. It'll be Baylor ball. Baylor working up the field. 4-on-4 here for the Baylor Bears as that ball hits the net and goes out, or hits the ground and goes out of bounds rather, with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Auburn leads 5-1. Connie, he'll pass it over to number 13, Brandon Hain, over to Hoyker. Hoyker back over to Hain. Hain, fake passes to his left, gives it to Lacani. Lacani can't receive the pass. He'll pick it back up though. Goes over to Jordan Cecily. Cecily back over to Hoyker. Hoyker over to Brandon Hain. Hain is going to make the skip pass there to Casey Lacani. Casey Lacani, he'll shoot, hits, I believe, a Baylor stick, goes out of bounds, and it'll stay Auburn ball. 48 seconds on the shot clock. 3 minutes and 43 seconds left to go here in the first period. Hoyker, he'll cut to his left, receive the screen for Lacani. He's going to shoot, he's going to score. Takes all that muscle that he's got on his body, clears his stick out in front of him, and hammers one past the Baylor goalkeeper to make it 6-1. Auburn leads. Gets a screen there, keeps running around the crease, gets full extensions on his arms, and hammers it with that slingshot of a shot Hoyker's got, and Auburn extends the lead to 5 with just 3 minutes and 33 seconds left to be played in the first period. Not too bad of a Sunday morning, if you ask me, here at the Auburn Sports Complex. It is a little bit cold, but we both know it's going to be warming up here in just a little bit. As that'll be number 2, Bradley Meck. Bradley Meck, he's going to shoot one and he's going to score. Fantastic job by him to just take one to the middle of the offensive third for Auburn and power his way into a shot there that'll make it 7-1 Tigers lead. Auburn piling on the goals. Already nearly have a third of what they had against Wake Forest in terms of goals scored, as there's 3:16 left on the time clock for period number 1. The Tigers lead 7-1. It is right around a third because they had 22. Nearly a third, I think. As Grafotz is going to win one, he'll try to get it Dominic Encario. Dominic Encario with a little bit of a run. That big man, as he's going to pass it back on to the goal line extended, unable to be received, as it'll be Baylor ball. Pass was a little bit low there. So number 39, Tyler Ward. Baylor's going to pick this one up on their half of the field, as that's number 43, Ethan Bosini. He had a great defensive effort against Wake Forest the other night, getting that stick on a lot of balls and able to get a lot of deflections and a couple interceptions. So we have just over 2 minutes and 40 seconds still to be played here in the first period, as Baylor is going to pick this one up just in front of their attacking third of the field. Baylor still looking for somewhere to go. Baylor, he's going to go all the way around, as that's number 26, Coy Hancock with it. He'll pass it on to his buddy number 12, Jacob Warner. Unless I hope they're buddies. They play on the same team. Number 13, Giuseppe Randozzo. Randozzo's going to walk this one across, cradle that ball over to the X, show his back to number 44 for the Tigers, as that one's going to be an attempted pass. That one's on the ground as Randozzo loses his helmet, as the referee is forced to blow a whistle. Minute 46 left to go here in the first period. Still a lot of lacrosse to be played, but Auburn's jumped out to a 7-1 lead. You can see Giuseppe Randozzo, a captain for this Baylor Bears squad, the long stick midfielder from Louisville, Texas, I believe is how you pronounce that, having to go back over to the sidelines there to put his helmet back on. As we are nearing the end of this first period. Great deal of action the first 15 minutes. Makes you wonder what we're going to see in the next 15 and the last 30 of this one. See the referees talking. Not completely sure what they're talking about. As we will have a penalty served there for Auburn's number 44, Dominic Encario. He'll serve a 1-minute penalty in the time box. Auburn will be a man down for nearly the last bit of this first period. Baylor is going to take it from the top of the key, passes it back off, as that's a bad pass there, as he just drops it out of his sticks. That'll reduce a scrum. Baylor is still a man up, as that's a long shot, and that's a score for number 21 on the Baylor Bears. JT Landon just hammers one pass, an Auburn defense that was a man down to make it 7-2. Auburn still leads. Got to give credit where credit is due there. He absolutely hammered it past Greg Morgan after the scrum and after the late pass there from Baylor to make it 7-2. Still a minute 27 left to be played here in this first quarter of action. Both men are down, and away we go. This one's going to be won by a great face-off there. Call just passes it right behind him to Aaron Dwight Ware. He'll pass it off to number 55, Lobato. Caleb Cartona, as we got action near the creases. I looked down at my papers for number 33, Nick Kors, tried to get in there around the crease and shoot one. Baylor doing a good job of defending that crease and getting some bodies on them. As Baylor now has an opportunity to take it coast to coast, but they won't. They're going to slow it down like an 80s wrestling match with 50 seconds here to go in the first half, or excuse me, first quarter of action. So he's going to go all the way around to the goal line, extended over to the X. That's number 23, Sean Duggins. Sean Duggins, he'll go to his left. Sean Duggins passes it back out. Long shot here for Baylor. Cannot find the back of the net. Goes out of bounds. Will be awarded to the Auburn Tigers. Great job there from number 45, Edmund Cummins, who absolutely ran to make sure a Tiger was closest to it when it goes out of bounds. That pass cannot be receptive by number 4, Hudson Carter, as we have 20 seconds left to go here in the first period. Baylor on a run. He's going to pass long near the crease. Can't receive it. That was number 23, Sean Duggins again, who just couldn't get the stick out there. If God had just gave him a little bit more reach, we could have been looking at a 7-3 score. 11 seconds here to go. Long pass by the Tigers as it's going to go out of bounds with 5 seconds here to go. All we need is the buzzers now, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Another long pass here for Baylor. It hits the ground off somebody's stick. 2-1, and that was all she wrote for the first half of action here at the Auburn Sports Complex. Auburn holds a 5.7-2 lead. We'll see you at the start of the second quarter. Welcome back into the Auburn Sportsplex. We're just about to kick off quarter number 2 as Auburn leads 7-2, that 5-point lead given to them in part because of just how fast they started off, getting 3 goals inside the top 2 minutes of this one. Auburn just been able to dominate, especially in these face-offs here. Give a special shout out to number 27, Jake Grafotz, the junior face-off specialist from Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania, winning as many of these face-offs as he can, and he's going to win another one, as that's number 12, Joey Devane, however you say it, as he's going to pass it back out to number 44, Dominic Incario, as they're going to set something up here. That's number 3, Casey Lacani. He's going to run to his right. He'll receive a pass it back off, behind the back shot there for number 29, Jordan Sesley, the midfielder out of St. Louis, Missouri. He'll go right. That was a good opportunity there, but just couldn't find the back of the net. Auburn looking for somewhere to go with it from the X. As it's going to be picked up by the Tigers. Still at the X. Pass cannot be received by number 33, Nick Corse. They're doing a good job of trying to get to that ball. Will produce a scrum. Nick Corse, I believe, is the one that's going to pick it up. Never mind, Baylor will be the one that wins this ball with 14 minutes now left on the game clock here in period number 2. As this pass is going to be on the ground, produces a scrum. That's picked up by number 13, Brandon Hain. Brandon Hain, he'll pass it back over to Cecily. Cecily can't exactly look into the net of his stick, but he's going to go to his left, cut to his right. He'll spin around, pass back over number 14, Eric Detrix. Detrix, he'll pass back over to Hain. Hain from the goal line extended, he'll cut left, back over to number 14, Detrix. Detrix still looking for somewhere to go, back over to Hain. Hain can't look to pass in. He'll pass it off to number 3, Casey Laconi. Laconi, he'll cut to his right. He's going to shoot, and that's going to hit the shoe of the Baylor goalkeeper. He'll pick it up. Shot clock resets as there's 13 minutes left to go here in the second period, and that is a dirty, dirty play there by the Baylor Bears, putting that stick on his helmet. That was number 59, Will Smith. Not exactly a slap at the Oscars, but they'll have to serve a penalty there. That is number 59 if my eyes do read correct. As Auburn will be man up for an entire minute. It was not number 59, it was number 21. My eyes deceived me. JT London, defender from San Pedro, California, as Auburn's a man up for a whole minute. Let's see if they can make it 8-2 here in the second quarter with 12 minutes 55 seconds left to play here until halftime. Auburn picks it up just outside the goal line extended. He'll pass it back on Jordan Cecily. Jordan Cecily going around the crease, passes back out nearly to the middle. I thought Hoiker back over to Cecily. Cecily around. That's going to be a dunk from number 9, Tanner Price. Slams it down like any basketball player would, just receives it, jumps up, puts one into the back of the net, and Auburn leads 8-2. That goal coming while they're a man up. I believe that's their first man up opportunity and score of the game, if my memory does serve me correctly. 12 minutes, 37 seconds left to be played here in the second quarter. I believe Auburn already had 2 goals at this point in the first quarter, maybe even 3. As that's the referee's whistle and away we go. Rafas is going to pass this one right back to Ancario. Ancario, that big man's going to run to his right, pass it back off. Pass cannot be looked into by number 33, Nick Corse. As Baylor's going to pick this one up from the very back of their defensive third. Long pass there is not received, but received right into the stick of number 11, Garrett Holla. Garrett Holla, he'll pass it back on to Nick Corse. Corse over to Ancario. Ancario to number 39. He's going to make a pass into the course as this one goes wide right. Almost hits the back of the net there. It goes out of bounds. Auburn closest to it. That was number 39, Tyler Ward. As we pick up action with number 39, Tyler Ward. He'll pass it back over the X to Nick Corse. To Corse over to Brandon Hain. Hain over to number 14, Detrix over to number 4, Hudson Carter. Carter passes number 14, Eric Detrix. Detrix passes to number 36, Tyler Ward, as that pass goes awry. Big hit there from number 39, Tyler Ward, as this ball is going to find its way to the back of the net. Hits about 2 to 3 people's stick there for number 13, Brandon Hain. He gets another one for the attacker from Denver, Colorado, as Auburn makes it 9-2 with around 10 minutes 8 seconds. So much action in lacrosse in so little time. That felt like a 2-minute segment right there, but it was not. It was only a minute. Hope all the people watching have a wonderful day wherever you're watching this from, and having a wonderful time watching Auburn lacrosse and listening to my voice. And that's number 2. Bradley Beck's going to pick this one up as ball's on the ground, picked up. Cannot be picked up yet. That will be picked up by number 22, Dwight Ware. Dwight Ware is going to pass it back off to number 43, Ethan Pizzini. That's actually number 13. That's Brandon Hain. Over somewhere to go. Pass way out to Casey Lacani. Casey Lacani, he'll fake the pass. Never mind, he'll pass this one. So number 23, Ryan Cole. Ryan Cole, he'll still keep it at the top of the key. Cole passes, goes left, jukes myself out. That's Miles Lobato. He can't get a shot in there. Really wanted it pretty bad, but this one on the ground produces a scrum. Let's see what happens. Lobato, ball's still on the ground. As Lobato's going to pass this one out. That was either a pass or a shot. Referees will say it was a shot as it goes wide right, out of bounds. Auburn still got it with 21 seconds of shot clock. 10 minutes, 25 seconds left to be played here in the second half. Haynes going to go all the way around the crease and pass it off to Lobato. Lobato shoots. That one's going to go over the net. Stay Auburn ball with 10 seconds on shot clock. Can't blame Lobato for the shot there. Auburn still got it as this one's picked up around the crease after the shot. Over to Lacani. Lacani over to Lobato. Lobato shoots. He scores. Just in the nick of time to make it 9-2, or 10-2, excuse me. Auburn leads with 10 minutes and 40 seconds, or 4 seconds left to go here in the second period. Fantastic job there from Lobato with the long shot as Auburn makes it double digits in this one. 10-2 is the way she reads now. There's the referee's whistle and away we go. Ball still on ground, picked up by Grafotz. Grafotz, he's looking for somewhere to go. He'll pass it back out to number 22, Dwight Ware. Dwight Ware. Over number 13, Brandon Hain. He'll cut to the middle. Dwight Ware will. He'll pass it back out to number 39, Tyler Ward. Tyler Ward tries to pass back off to Detrix, and that one's going to be a stick to the head. When it's picked up by Auburn, it'll be Auburn a man down. Couldn't exactly find the correct spot for his stick there. Aggressive play from number 14, Eric Detrix, the attacker from Allendale, New Jersey. As player for Baylor, that's number 10, Daniel Lamas, a face-off specialist from Burbank, California. He's going to be walked off and seated by the trainer. He's got his helmet off as Baylor will be a man up. As Baylor's going to pick this one up from midfield, from the Auburn University logo there. As we can hear a baby crying in the crowd. Great to see we're bringing a young generation to this sport. As Baylor is going to be a man up and look for somewhere to go with it. Shot there from Baylor, can't go anywhere, deflected off of somebody's body. I believe that was number 45, Edmund Cummins. Great job by him. Baylor from the left side. Pass it back over the top. Top of the key, right side. That's a long shot, and that's in. Excuse me, no, it's not. Hit the opposite side of that net there. Played an optical illusion on my eyes. It was number 11 there, Christian Schwartz, I believe, from St. Charles, Illinois. As Auburn's going to take this one coast to coast. Ball cannot be received there from Dominic and Carrios. This ball goes out of bounds. 10 seconds on the penalty clock 8 minutes and 45 seconds on the game clock as it's Baylor ball as they are down by 8 as we approach the second half. Baylor put this one up just outside of the midfield circle. That's number 13, Giuseppe Randazzo, a sophomore midfielder from Ramsey, New Jersey. I thought New Jersey was just like one street there. I didn't know there was all these different places. This Baylor's going to go coast to coast, left to right, pass back out the middle. That's number 6, Mark Berger. Over to number 24 for Baylor, Garrett Vindozgoff. Vindozgoff passes all the way back to the X. 30 seconds on the shot clock, about 7 minutes, 50 seconds on the game clock in the second quarter, as that's going to be a jump shot there that goes out of bounds. Baylor closest to it. That was number 22 for the Baylor Bears, Bradley Vincent from Atlanta, Georgia, unable to get a goal there. Baylor passes back off the goal line extended. That's number 22, Vincent. He'll pass off. Ball not be able to be received as this ball is being looked at. That's going to be picked up by number 1, Collie Blythe. Collie Blythe on a run here. He's going to pass over to try to get a ball there to number 33, Nick Course. Course unable to receive it. Baylor does a good job getting the stick there. Baylor now on a run as that stick is lost. Great job there from Ancario to just swing his stick down and make him lose all that grip strength. I've had 3 elbow surgeries. I probably would have lost that stick before Ancario even got his stick up to do that. So we're up to number 43, Ethan Buccini. He's looking for somewhere to go in, find somebody in number 6, Zach Jones, midfielder from Atlanta, Georgia. He'll pass it back off Tyler Ward. Tyler Ward passes to Nick Course at the X. Over the goal line extended, still going around the bend, around the clock, whatever you want to say. Zach Jones now, he'll take a run at it. He goes left. He passes to number 14, Eric Detrix, but that one goes off the goal post and to the right. 6 minutes, 30 seconds here in the first period. Auburn leads 10-2. Auburn from the back of the X, that's number 29, Jordan Cecily. Jordan Cecily, he'll receive a pick, and it's going to be awarded to the Baylor Bears. I believe that was an illegal screen. Baylor will carry it all the way out from their own X. So that's going to be a long pass there from Ethan Ortfield. And it's picked up by number 29, Preston Fitzsimmons. Simmons back over. Baylor looking. He's in the middle. That's going to be a shot. Great deflection there from Greg Morgan. The shot by Hayes Muschaney from St. Louis, Missouri. As Auburn's now on a run. That's number 12, Joey Devane. He'll pass it back on. Can't find the shot there. It was number 28, Michael Pinheiro, long stick midfielder out of Roswell, Georgia. As this ball's on the ground, and that's a penalty flag up in the air. As you can hear the wind kind of starting to pick up, you're probably losing my voice a little bit, as there's 5 minutes and 47 seconds left to go here in the first period. A whole lot of sports on this weekend for the Auburn Tigers. We're glad you're sitting here watching this with us. Watching the great sport of lacrosse. As Baylor's going to pick this up from midfield. Auburn is a man down, 1 minute penalty for number 33, Nick Course. Nick Course, I don't know why I said his name again, but he'll be in the penalty box for a minute as Baylor will be a man up. Baylor trying to find somewhere across the middle to go, but can't. Baylor still looking for something. Baylor top of the key is number 23, Sean Douglas. Sean Douglas, he'll pass it on. That's going to be a shot. That's going to be a goal for number 19, Ethan Trim, a sophomore defenseman from the Woodlands, Texas. As that one makes it 10-3, Auburn still leads. Hasn't really been a goal-heavy second quarter, but the action has stayed spicy as I'm in the cold air. There's 5 minutes, 19 seconds left to go here in the first period. Still a lot of action to be played as Auburn needs to, or looks to hold on to this 10-3 lead. There's the referee's whistle, pass back to Lobato. Lobato, he's going to run to his right. A lot of room in front of him. Lobato passes it back over the goal line, extended to Tyler Ward. Tyler Ward to Carrio. Carrio over to number 13, Brandon Hain. Brandon Hain goes over to number 29, Jordan Cecily. Cecily back over to Tyler Ward. Tyler Ward, missed the pass there. Number 13, Eric DeAngles, he was calling for it. We're going to continue to go around the bend to DeAngles, over to Hoiker. Hoiker over to Cecily. Cecily over to number 29. Cecily over to number 4, Hudson Carter. Hudson Carter is going to shoot, and he's going to score. Hit the very top of the goal, nearly hit the post as there's 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Auburn extends their score to 11. As I try to find my mouse so I can fix the scoreboard. You're listening to the WEGL YouTube page as Auburn leads 11-3. My name's Noah Phillips, your play-by-play commentator, as we have just 4 minutes and 30 seconds until the end of the first half. Auburn looking to keep the pressure on, especially after a lightning good first half, as this ball's still on the ground. It'll be picked up by Dwight Ware. Dwight Ware will pass it on to Brandon Hain. Hain to the middle, over to number 2, Bradley Meck. Ball could not be received. He had a lot of room in front of him, pass just a little bit behind him. As Baylor is going to keep the pressure up. Big hit there from Hain, unable to really affect anything. That's a big, big man. Who is that had it for Baylor? Baylor, number 3, Johnny Edwards. That looks like a big defender. I would not want to go against him. As number 24 for the Baylor Bears has it on the goal line, extended over to number 6, Mark Berger. Mark Berger, he'll cut to his left. He's got a lot of room in front of him. He's going to cut right at the middle. He'll pass back out over to midfield, as this is going to be awarded to the Auburn Tigers. As I'm trying to find the ball, and here we go. That's number 2 at the top of your screen, Bradley Meck with it. Meck, he's looking for somewhere to go, as Baylor's been going to set up in their defense. It's Tyler Ward with the added goal line extended. 3 minutes, 18 seconds still to come here this first half, as Lobato picks it up. Big, big run. He's going to go right, sticks that helmet in. He might be on goal. Everybody's going to pass it back out nearly the center. Ball just a little bit too high there for Eric Detrix. That ball goes out of bounds. Baylor still have the ball. 3 minutes and 2 seconds still to come here in this first half, as Auburn is going to call a timeout to discuss these final 3 minutes still to come here in the first half. When we get back, more lacrosse action here on WEGL's YouTube page. And we are back live inside the Auburn Sports Complex. Just heard the referee's whistle. 2 minutes, 58 seconds still to come in the third period as Baylor's looking for somewhere to go. He's going to pass it around midfield. Ball can't be received. That's Tyler Ward. He'll pass it off, deflected off the Baylor stick. Nearly a goal there for the Tigers. Brandon Hannon a real opportunity there as that ball is nearly punched out of the goalkeeper. That man is giving everything you want and more. That's picked up by Tyler Ward. Penalty flag is on the ground though. Goal will not count. Oh, that's a push on somebody. Still waiting for the referee's official word. Might have been Hoiker. No flag on that. That'll just be awarded to Baylor on the hit there. Goal still did not count. Nearly a goal there as you saw the goalkeeper come out of the crease and was just harassed by the Auburn attackmen to try and get that ball out and get nearly a free goal opportunity, which you saw earlier in that one. As we are still seeing some commotion between referee, player, and coach. As Baylor's going to take this one from nearly the goal line extended, and away we go. 2 minutes, 30 seconds still to be played here in the second period. As goalkeeper's going to be running this one, and that one is across the line. Goalkeeper now in. Oh my gosh. Oh. Madden 05 hit stick there from number 12, Joey Devon, on the goalkeepers. He's going to shoot it as he got hit. He fell to the ground, shot it off his knees, goes wide right. And you can just hear the commotion there on both benches as penalty flags went up. And I'll be completely honest with you folks, I'm not exactly, didn't exactly play lacrosse in high school, and I'm just still kind of new to the sport. I don't know exactly what to call that, as there's 2 minutes and 14 seconds still to come here in the second period until halftime. Referees are discussing it. Penalty flags are on the ground. If it'll be anything, it'll be a hit on Joey Devane. As I'll be completely honest, I didn't know that was possible. So we just saw a I believe I called it a Madden 05 hit stick. Should have been 04 because that's when they introduced it. Actually, no, it was Madden 05. I know that. As there's still one yellow flag on the ground. That's number 24, Garrett McGough, that handed his referee yellow's flag back. As I just heard a no timeout claim from the Auburn bench. Maybe the Baylor bench can't exactly tell the difference between the two. As we still are waiting on official word from the referees. I guess I was correct in my statement about saying that this was a weird precedent moment in this game. Auburn's done a great job so far, really attacking Baylor, especially with the face-off specialist. Jake Grafotz, he's won a lot of these face-offs. Auburn's been able to build off that momentum and really take it to Baylor, especially that you saw with the fast start in the first period, scoring 3 goals really off the cuff, which is good because the audio actually worked from the start this time. As I believe the official word will be a penalty on Joey Devane. It's number 12, Joey Devane. As yes, he will serve a penalty. As I'll be a man down for an entire 2 minutes. Nearly the entirety of what is left of the second period. You added 14 seconds to it. You can still hear the commotion from the Baylor bench as they call a timeout to further discuss this, as we're going to take a timeout with them as I try to figure out what that was. Stay tuned for more action here on WEGL's YouTube channel. And welcome back into the Auburn Sportsplex. 2 minutes and 14 seconds still to come here in period number 2 until we get halftime. And what happened before the break was Baylor's coach wanted a timeout as the goalkeeper came out in a cross midfield before the Joey Devane hit. And that was what you saw there with the Baylor timeout, as Auburn will be a man down for a whole 2 minutes. As Baylor is working around the clock looking for their intro. Baylor from the goal line extended back over to number 57, number 6 actually, as the wind picks up. Mark Berger passes it back out. He's got some room in front of him. Baylor can take their time. This isn't a 1 minute or 30 seconds. This is an entire 2 minute penalty right here, as Auburn will be a man down. Berger, he's looking for someone to go on the left side. Past the top of the key. Passes all around. Auburn doing a good job of trying to stay towards the middle. That's number 22 for Baylor, or number 23, Sean Douglas. Sean Douglas with a shot, cannot find the top, finds only the top of the post as the shot clock goes dark with a minute 12 left to go. 57 seconds still on the penalty clock for Joey Devane. That's Dominic Incario with the ball now. He's going to run to his right. That's a big man. Loses the stick on the swim move there, as Incario pass it on to Miles Lobato. Lobato over to Tyler Ward, over to Hoiker, as we have lost our camera for some reason. Folks, just hang on with me for my words for a split second, as is number 77, Hoiker. Hoiker looking for somewhere to go. Hoiker going all the way across to the left side, over to Zach Jones, over number 29, Jordan Cecily. Cecily is going to cut left, go right, as referee calls a warning on the bench. And it's going to go to Baylor. As Baylor gets on a fast run, that's a shot, goes wide right. Baylor's number 6, Mark Berger, with the shot there. 20 seconds on the shot on the game clock to close out period number 2. There's another shot right into the net of Greg Morgan. Can't really go anywhere. Let's go over to number 50, Miles Lobato. He's going to run now, cradling that ball. He's going to go to his right, pass back off. That's going to be a shot, goes wide left with 2 seconds on the shot clock, or game clock, excuse me, as I'm going to keep both an eye up in the air and an eye on this computer, try to fix the camera as that ball goes awry. And that is all she wrote for the first half of action here at the Auburn Sportsplex. Auburn leads 11-3 going into the second half. Auburn's done a fantastic job of staying on the Baylor Bears, keeping that aggression up as we go to the second half. I'll see y'all in the second half as I try to fix the camera. Thank y'all for tuning in here on the WEGL YouTube channel.
Beach. All right, thank you, sir.
That's it. Hey, good to see you. I'm glad we should come to Auburn to see each other.
see in our beautiful picture that we have here on the WEGL YouTube channel. We are back in living color for the second half of this beautiful lacrosse game between the Auburn Tigers and the Baylor Bears. Auburn looking to make it 2 in a row after beating the Wake Forest Demon Deacons this past Friday 22-11. Baylor looking to get back into the win column after dropping their last 2 against Texas State and Wake Forest right here at the Auburn Sports Complex. There's the referee's whistle, and away we go, and I'm nearly already out of breath, as Baylor's going to win this face-off and be on the run, but they're going to slow it down like an 80s wrestling match. Baylor's going to attempt to pick it up there, but that pass goes awry as it's picked up by number 2, Bradley Metch. As this one's picked up by number 9, Tanner Price on Auburn's end of the field. Tanner Price, he's going to lose it, kicks it off, picked up by Baylor. It's a long stick there for Baylor that has it over to number 69. Nice Colin Stanley. Colin Stanley, he's going to carry it all the way over to the right side. He's being hounded by the Auburn defense, as that is a great job there by Bradley Meach, able to get his stick in there and deflect the shot before it was even taken, hitting that stick for the shot there, attempted shot there by Mark Berger. Over number 9, Tanner Price is where I'll pick this one up, over on the right side of the offensive third. 61 seconds on the shot clock, 13 minutes 49 seconds here in period number 3. That's number 13, Brandon Hain. Brandon Hain, he'll pass it back over to the top of Miles Lobato. Lobato scored a goal earlier with that long run up that he had over to Brandon Hain on the goal line extended. Lobato, he'll go to his left looking for somewhere. He'll cut to his left, a lot of room in front of him. He'll shoot, and he's going to be deflected. Great job there by the Baylor goalkeeper to keep it in bounds, as this ball is going to be reset. Shot clock, as Auburn picks it back up. That's number 38, or 36, excuse me, Nathan Zonrak, as he'll shoot it, and it goes awry. 13 minutes left here in period number 3. We'll hold up the fours in just a bit. Auburn leads 11-3. Still a whole lot of lacrosse to be played, and as I'm sure you know, it is March. We saw last night in the Auburn-Houston matchup, fantastic job there by the Auburn Tigers in the first half. But me and you both know, if we watched it, lost it there in the second half. Let's see if the Auburn Tigers lacrosse team can do any better. I know that's still a fresh wound for some people that are listening. I'm sorry to rub a little bit of salt in it, as that's Miles Lotto. He'll have it on the goal line extended. I'm saying it right, I think, as that's Brandon Hain. He'll pick it up from the top of the key over number 36, Nathan Zonrak, just a freshman from Brentwood, Tennessee, as Lobato is going to have it around the crease. He's going to cut to his right, or Lobato is going to have it, as that's a shot, that goes over the net. And that's going to be a race to it, and they'll give it to Florida. Fantastic hustle there from number 36, Nathan Zonrak, just a freshman midfielder from Brentwood, Mississippi, or Tennessee, but putting the work in there. And there's more work from us. He's going to pick this one up, and he might have a little bit more spunk than a step. He'll pass it to Hoyker. Hoyker's going to shoot, and that's going to be wide right. Reset shot clock. Baylor will have the ball. 11 minutes, 53 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Pace, excitement. It's still cold out here, but he is starting to rack it up out here. As Zonrak's going to pick this one up, he'll attempt to pass it to the middle just in front of the goal, but cannot be picked up. Brandon Hain's going to be the one to pick it up on that right side. Brandon Hain, he'll cut left, cut right, goes right. Pass it back out the top of the key for number 14, Eric Detrix. Eric Detrix, he'll pass it back on to number 9, Tanner Price. Tanner Price passes it back out to the X over to number 50, Miles Lobato. Lobato, he'll pass it due around the crease. That's a dunk, but it's going to be a no shot there for number 9, Tanner Price, had his foot on the crease. Oh, great interception there, Lobato. He's going to be in on goal. He passes to Hoiker. Hoiker shoots, he scores. Fantastic heads-up play there from Lobato, able to intercept that ball, pick it up, and give it to the open man, Hoiker, as it's 12-3. Auburn leads. 10 minutes, 54 seconds here in period number 3 still to come. Got a whole lot of action still in store for you. Auburn still has a lot of games left on their schedule. They'll be in Florida State this coming up weekend, if my memory serves me correct, before they're back here to go up against 2 teams and eventually end the season going against the Alabama Crimson Tide, as that's number 8, Hunter Butterworth, who just won that face-off there, his first one of the game. He'll be 1 for 1 so far in this one. As Auburn's going to slow it down a little bit like a 80s wrestling match. No, I keep saying that. I have something planned for that later. That's Tanner Price. He'll pass it over to number 29, Jordan Cecily. Number 4, Hudson Carter has it now, and he's on a run. Give him a little bit of a pick there was number 6, Zach Jones. Zach Jones gives it to number 29, Cecily. Cecily goes left, goes right. He's got a lot of room in front of him. He'll shoot. He'll score. Great job there by Cecily to put one in the back of the net as Auburn extends its lead to 13-3 as Auburn takes a double-digit lead with just 10 minutes and 10 seconds here in the third quarter. As I'm going to wipe my nose as it's so cold out here, folks. Another face-off chance here for Butterworth, as he's going to not be able to grab this one. Won by Baylor. They're in on goal already. Fast break opportunity is broken up, though, by number 45, Edmund Cummins. Great job by him. This one is still on the ground. Auburn could go coast to coast. He's going to shoot, and he scores. That's number 1, Collie Blythe, the midfielder out of Auburn, Alabama. Great job by him to get that ball, take that long stick, and fire one in. As Auburn extends the lead, it's now 14-3. Nine minutes, 52 seconds still to come here in the third period, as we have ourselves a new face-off specialist in Connor Diaccords, a freshman out of Winter Park, Florida. That's just 2 different things, Winter and Florida. As Baylor is going to keep this one around half midfield. Greg Morgan still in at goal for the Tigers, as Baylor has a run up here. Goes over to the X. That's number 6, Mark Berger, sophomore attacker. He's still looking for somewhere to go, as that's a great hit there by number 11, Garrett Holloff, a long stick midfielder from Beham, Alabama. Great job by him forcing the off-balance pass, that slash shot that was, as we're approaching 9 minutes left here in the third period. Baylor still can't find anywhere. That one's going to be dropped on the ground. Penalty flag is up in the air, though. I believe this will mean Auburn will be a man down, Baylor a man up. Baylor looking to make it only a 10-score deficit. Still a lot of lacrosse to be played, but Baylor knows they can't let it get away from them. As I can't exactly tell who that penalty was on. Never mind, excuse me, that was number 43, as you can probably hear my papers rustling in there, Ethan Pisanti. Ethan Pisanti will serve a 1-minute penalty as the Tigers will be man down. Baylor looking for somewhere to go, pass to the left side. Can't really find anywhere. Top of the key now for the Bears. Bears right side. And that's a lot of room in front of him. He'll shoot. Great stop there by Greg Morgan to get his body over and deflect that one off the right side. Baylor now around the X, around the crease. Just 32 seconds left on the penalty clock. As that's going to be a long shot into the net of Greg Morgan. Great stop by him. Shot was by number 6, Mark Berger. Auburn looking for somewhere to go. Picked up by Miles Lobato. Lobato, he's looking for somewhere to go with it. He'll go to the goal line extended for number 5, Gregory Shoshana, attackman out of Beeham, Alabama. You can hear the clock down, or countdown over there on the benches as Auburn's penalty now goes awry. Baylor not able to score on the man-up opportunity over number 14, Eric Dedrich. He's going to run left. He'll shoot wide. That's a score. He shot that one just left of the goalkeeper. Fantastic job there by Eric Dedrich, the attacker out of Allendale, New Jersey, to make it 15-3. Auburn leads. Seven minutes, 45 seconds still to come here in the third period. Auburn trying to stay on it. Butterworth will be the face-off specialist here. My real southern accent came out right there, ladies and gentlemen. As ball still on ground, both men trying to jostle for it. Ball is now on ground, and it's going to be picked up / not picked up. Ball still on ground, picked up by Baylor, as they're going to be one that comes away with it. Fantastic job there by both Auburn and Baylor to try to get onto it. As this ball's on ground, trying to get it there. It's both teams. Still, everybody's coming after this ball. As it's going to be number 28, Michael Pinheiro, the long stick midfielder that picked that one up. And now Auburn will settle into it. That's number 55, Caleb Cartona. Caleb Cartona on a run. He's going to shoot and score. Jumping off one leg on the fast break opportunity. He'll make it 16-3. Auburn leads. Fantastic job by him to really get a lot of air on that shot and being able to just put it where the goalkeeper couldn't reach it. Still a lot of lacrosse here to be played with just 6 minutes and 57 seconds here in the third period. Going back to number 8, Hunter Butterworth, the sophomore face-off specialist out of Dallas, Georgia. He'll be the one to take this one, as there's the referee whistle and away we go. He's on the wrong run, on the long run. Was Butterworth. Butterworth, he'll pass it back out as Auburn will set something up. Dwight Will be the one that has it at the top of the key. Over to number 5, Gregory Sosana out of the X. Over to number 21, Aaron Mortar. Mortar, the white wear, as we're just continuing to go around the clock here for the Tigers. Ain't got to do anything special. You do have a mouthful lead, as that's number 21, Aaron Mortar. He's going to take a run, pass it off, as this one, it finds itself on the goal as player down, as referee wields that one dead. That was number 25, Ryan Cole. Hit the dirt there. As we now see the referees again trying to talk this one over. Still 6 minutes, 10 seconds left to be played. Baylor will be a man down. Auburn again, another opportunity. Auburn's done a good job on all their power points so far. I believe they're 4 for 4. Number 49, Colin Stice, a freshman out of Orange, California. As we're actually going to have 2 players in the box, I believe, for Baylor. Never mind, I just have bad eyes. Auburn's done a great job so far, as I've said all game, of getting their opportunities early. They've won a lot of face-offs, won a lot of good opportunities to really take it to Baylor, and that shows as especially early on. They just had a lot of goals coming out the starters. That's number 6, Zach Jones, on the end over the goal line extended. That's going to be a shot and deflected off of the Baylor Bear goalkeeper. It's still being kept around. Ball's still on ground for number 33, Nick Course. As this ball, there's another penalty flag up in the air. As I believe Baylor will serve another penalty. So they actually had 2 players. Yes, I was correct. 2 players already in the penalty box. That's number 59, Will Smith. Just 3 men on the defensive side for Baylor outside, or with the goalkeeper, excuse me. Or yes, 3 without the goalkeeper. I did say that correct the first time. It was with only 9 seconds on that first penalty, but here's the way it could end right here. Is that ball is going to be a shot over the net. Auburn closest to it, so they'll keep the ball. 5 minutes, 33 seconds left to go. Still 1 man in the penalty box for Baylor. Hoiker, fake pass over to Lebedo. Still on the end, on the middle for Nick Course, as that one hits the dirt or hopping over the fence. That's number 29, Jordan Cecily. Jordan Cecily over to Hoiker. Hoiker goes left. Back over to Cecily on goal line extended. There's your countdown, and we're back to even Stevens. That's number 6 on your far side, Zach Jones. Back over to number 9, Tanner Price. 5 minutes left here in the third period. 54 seconds on the shot clock, and here's your run for Zach Jones. He's going to cut to the middle over to Nick Course. That ball will be shot far left. 47 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Hoiker taking it out from behind the goal around the X. Back to the top, over to Zach Jones, over to number 9, Tanner Price. Tanner Price, he's going to cut in the middle of the field, and that one pass could not be received by Nick Course. May have been a shot, couldn't really tell. Over to Miles Lebedo, over to Tanner Price at top of the key. He's going to take a long shot that'll go wide right. Kind of rode the lightning there, rode the ground, I should say. Stayed close to it with that little drop down shot. 80 seconds now on the shot clock. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Hoiker is going to get a screen. Pass to the middle. Can't be received. Excuse me, that one's going to hit the back of the net. That's a goal. I believe that was Jordan Cecily that last got the stick on it. Or either that or Hoiker was able to attempt to pass to and hit somebody's leg. Either way, Auburn gets another one. 17-3 is how this one reads currently. Auburn doing a good job of taking their opportunities when they can. Auburn also doing a good job of staying near the crease and getting the balls towards the middle where your shots are most profitable. 4 minutes, 12 seconds left to go here in the third period. As it's lights out and away we go. Ball picked up by Buttersworth for a second. Ball still being on the ground. As this one's going to be picked up by Dwight Ware. Dwight Ware, he may go coast to coast. He's got 1 man in front of him. He'll cut right. He's going to pass back over the goal line extended. It's number 39, Tyler Ward. Ward will go around the bend to number 14, Eric Detrix. No, excuse me, it's number 41, Colby and Doisy from Carter Springs, Colorado. As this one will go back to Dwight Ware. He's going to cut to his left. He's got a lot of room in front of him. He'll shoot, and that's going to be deflected by the goalkeeper. Excuse me, that was number 21, Aaron Moiter, attackman out of Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Y'all got to stop coming from nice locations, man. I want to be on vacation. As Auburn's going to pick this one up. That was a stick to the face. That'll be a penalty on the Baylor Bears. As this is number 21, Aaron Moiter. Moiter back over number 25, Ryan Cole. You saw number number 69 for the Baylor Bears there, Colin Stanley, immediately grab Auburn player by the shoulder and say, my bad. Aaron Moiter can't receive a pass there. Pass was on the ground. Moiter, he'll be deflected. It's picked up by Baylor, will be stopped anyway, as that one goes out of bounds. You could hear, I believe, the Baylor goalkeeper just yelling, get it out. You knew either way, it wasn't really going to affect them either way, as we do have a penalty coming up. Giving my lungs time to breathe, as there's only 2 minutes and 41 seconds left to go here in the third period. Slatari will serve a 1-minute penalty for the Baylor Bears. Man coming from Greenwood Village, Colorado. As Labato will be the one, Labato will be the one to take it out from over the right side. Whole 80 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan Cecily over to number 6, Zach Jones. Jones, Tanner Price. Price, he'll get it around the crease. That's a shot, and that's a goal for Hoiker. Hoiker makes it 18-3 with 2 minutes and 26 seconds still to come here in the third period. Auburn scoring while a man up. Auburn's done kind of the opposite of what we saw last night in the game in Birmingham. Been a real strong second half team. Put up a lot of good shots and really took it to the Baylor Bears as they lead 18-3. As there's the referee's whistle and away we go. This one's going to be picked up by number 31 for the Tigers. That's Connor Diakris, the faceoff specialist from Winter Park, Florida. Second time we've seen him in the game, I believe. That makes him 2 for 2 now, as this one is going to be passed to number 28, Michael Pinheiro. Michael Pinheiro, he's got that long stick. He's going to pass it back out. Number 36, Nathan Zonrach. Zonrach, he'll pass it back on the goal line, extended back over to number 5, Gregory Shoshana. Shoshana, looking for somewhere to go. He'll pass it back on over number 44, Dominic Incaro. Dominic Incaro, that big man, he's going to shoot and he's going to score. Perfect goal there. Uses that big body of his to get open and find that open space to get the extension that he needs to hammer one past the goalkeeper, as it's 19-3. Auburn leads. Just 1 minute 38 seconds still to come here in the third period. Approaching shot clock times is 80 seconds, as we are 18 seconds over the shot clock. It took me way too long to figure that out, folks. I'm not really that good of a math person. As both men are down, referee's whistle, and away we go. As this ball's still on ground, will be picked up by Baylor in Auburn's half of the field. Baylor looking for somewhere to go. He's got a lot of room in front of him. That is number 16, Russell Okohoski. Back over number 13, Giuseppe Randazzo, captain of this Baylor squad. Give him over number 23, Sean Douglas. Sean Douglas, he'll run to his right, get a screen from his teammate. Could have taken something there, didn't really have the good angle that he wanted. As Baylor's going to take it out of the X, and he's going to lose that ball, as Baylor's going to call a timeout. Auburn's still doing a good job of keeping the pressure on it. There's 56 seconds left to go here in this third period. Auburn leads 19-3. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more lacrosse action when we return just after this. And we are back live inside the Auburn Sports Complex for the last minute of action inside period number 3. 40 seconds on the shot clock, 48 on the game clock as Baylor is looking to go somewhere with it. Auburn doing a good job of keeping that stick on them, as that's going to be a loose ball picked up by Auburn. Didn't realize he had it in his net for a second. That's number 18, Josh Kostoka, as he's going to have a long way to go. Dwight Ware cradling that ball. He'll pass it back on to Gregory Shoshana as that's a shot. Auburn's closest to it. Penalty flag is down on the big hit there. Clock's still running. Should have been stopped. 21 seconds now on the game clock. Might reset that. That's going to be a penalty on extending the elbow there. I believe that was on 28. Could be wrong. Let's see what they call. Trying to get a number, trying to get a number, trying to get a number. Number 3, Johnny Edwards, sophomore out of Lake Forest, California, went to El Toro High School. Auburn's going to carry this out of the X. Still 21 seconds left here in period number 3. Baylor will be a man down for the last part. Let's see what Auburn can cook here. You can hear the clock chants. Clock chants. We have magically been taken down to 13 seconds. There's a devil in our video system and a devil in the scoreboard system. And they're going to try to do their best to rid it as we take a short timeout here on the WEGL YouTube page as they get that clock sorted out. And welcome back in. Hold the fours up as we enter the 4th quarter of regulation here at the Auburn Sports Complex. Auburn leads 19-3 and is a man up on Baylor. Still have 52 seconds left to go with that penalty. I want to apologize for how I ended that last quarter. I did not realize the referee had blown his whistle and clock was supposed to be running. The Auburn ball at the start. Hutaker will take it from the goal line, extended, pass it back over to LeBeteau, over to number 29, Jordan Cecily, over to number 6, Zach Jones. Zach Jones, he'll pass it back off Tanner Price. Price over to Cecily. Cecily over scanning the field. He'll give it to Tanner Price. He'll go cut to his left. Over to Cecily. Cecily, long pass to Zach Jones. He barely gets it. 25 seconds left on the penalty clock here, as this ball is going to find itself in the dirt and rolling back over as we got a scrum for it. Can't exactly even find the ball. There we go. The ball's out. Lebedo will have it. Lebedo ground ball over number 77, Hutaker. Over to Lebedo as their penalty is gone. We are now 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Cecily, who's going to pass that ball. Attempted to get it right there to Tanner Price. Goalkeeper does a good job of extending his stick and getting in the net on it. Let's see if he goes coast to coast again. He will not. Nearly picked up by number 6, Zach Jones, for a goal there. Either way, Baylor, they've got an opportunity now. Baylor's going to pick this one up at around about midfield. As here's your opportunity here. If you're Baylor, you got to find something quick if you want to find yourself back into this one. Baylor doing a good job of staying on ball. "13 minutes, 10 seconds still to be played here at in the fourth quarter. Auburn leads 19-3. Auburn will be in action next week against Florida State University in Florida, or next weekend, against Florida State and Florida, and Seminole County going against, I believe, Florida State first, as that will be a conference matchup for the Auburn-Florida State game, if I remember correctly. As Baylor cannot find a way to stop this Auburn offense. I believe Baylor's only scored 3 times. Each of those times have been on the power play. As Auburn's done a good job of keeping the pressure on. They took a big lead, especially in the first quarter, jumping all the way up by 7 goals, kept the pressure on, and now you see the dividends of that as they lead 19-3. As this is number 25, Ryan Cole. He'll have it over to Zach Jones. Zach Jones takes a long shot, deflected off some portion of a Baylor player's body, and it's picked up by the Baylor goalkeeper. 12 minutes still to come here in period number 4. As that ball goes out of bounds off a Baylor pass. Folks, I'm sure you've heard me say numerous times about slowing it down like an 80s wrestling match. If you're more interested in hearing about wrestling matches, I do have a podcast called WWEGL. You can listen to it live on Wednesdays on the Legal homepage. I also want to give a shout out to Eagle Eye TV for helping us with this camera setup. They do a wonderful job, especially Henry Nance has done a fantastic job of helping me learn this camera system. As that's a shot deflected off the Baylor goalkeeper. If you want to check out Eagle Eye stuff, you can look at their YouTube. It should be Eagle Eye TV, or you can check out their website. I believe that's the same name. As Auburn's going to pick this one up. Zach Jones is going to cut to his left, back over. That's a lot of room in front of him. Greg Shoshana, he's going to shoot and he's going to score. That'll make it 20-3. Auburn leads. "10 minutes, 30 seconds still to be played here in the fourth quarter as the clock is running." Is that not a goal? It was a goal. I want to make sure because they hadn't changed the shot clock yet, or scoreboard yet. Auburn. There's the referee's whistle and away we go. Auburn leading 20-3 with 9 minutes and 53 seconds still to come here in this fourth quarter. Beautiful day for lacrosse, just needs to be a little bit warmer. I think most people would agree with me. This ball's still on the ground, doing a good job there is Connor Karonka. Good job there, staying on the defensive end, staying aggressive, able to get that ball out from under the stick of a Baylor player. Back over number 33, Nick Corse. number 39, Tyler Ward. Over number 21, Aaron Moiter. Aaron Moiter, he'll pass it back on. We go around the bend. Over number 5, Gregory Shoshana. He just had that great goal just a little bit earlier that made it 20-3. Aaron Moiter, he's going to lose it, as that's a big hit there from number 33, Nick Corse. As this ball's still on the ground, will be eventually picked up by the Baylor Bears. 8 minutes, 35 seconds still to come here in quarter number 4, as the riding is starting to be just a little bit on the wall. Goalie might go coast to coast again here. He'll spin. Ball's still in net. Let's see what he can do. As goalkeeper's going to be forced to retreat, as Baylor has a lot of room here. Kind of took a lull moment there, the Auburn defense, as this ball is going to be dunked in. That was number 29 for the Baylor Bears, Preston Fitzsimmons, the freshman from Highland Ranch, Colorado, makes it 20-4. Might have been just a little bit too late there for the Bears, as there's only 7 minutes and 45 seconds still to be played here in this fourth quarter. Also interested in motorsports, you might be interested in my other podcast. I know I'm just trying to plug everything. We actually have the audio working this time, so I kind of feel like I've earned it. Formula One podcast called Smooth Operators. Meant to come up with a better way to tie it in, but I'm just going for it. As the Whiteware's going to pick it up. Smooth Operators at 1 o'clock on Fridays on WEGL 91.1 FM or wherever you get your podcast, if you feel so inclined to give us a listen. As that's number 39, Tyler Ward. Over number 41, Colby and Doisy. He'll pass it on to number 36, Nathan Zonrick. He'll go to his left. He's trying to find a little bit of edge, and that's going to go over the net. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in period number 4. Folks, my name is Noah Phillips, and it's been a pleasure to bring you this broadcast here today on a beautiful sunny day at the Auburn Sports Complex, as Baylor's around the rim and in. That's number 69, Colin Solardi. He's going to just shoot that one off the ground, bounces over the Auburn goalkeeper head to make it 30-5. Might notice that is a new Auburn goalkeeper in the in net for the Tigers. That's number 30, Landon Retreat, for the goalkeeper from Boca Raton, Florida. If you watched the Wake Forest broadcast this past Friday, you know how I feel about the great place known as Boca Raton, Florida. 5 minutes, 28 seconds still to come here in the fourth period. Baylor starting to mount some momentum. They needed this a little bit earlier. That's number 43 for the Tigers that picked that one up. Ethan Pusini, that long stick midfielder, as Gregor Shoshana is going to run around the crease there on the X. 5 minutes still to come here. That's a pass over the goal. Almost a dunk there for number 32, Will Richards, the midfielder out of St. Louis, Missouri. Great pass there by Shushanra, who had a great pass over the goal there. That's a big man, number 1, Ethan Warfield, as he gets pushed out of bounds by an even bigger man, number 39, Tyler Ward, the sophomore attacker out of Aspen, Colorado. Auburn's going to carry it in. Tyler Ward now has it. Just near the goal line extended. He'll stop as we set this up. slow it down like an 80s wrestling match. 4 minutes, 15 seconds still to come here in the fourth period. Auburn leads 20-5. They truly got started early with 3 goals coming in what I think was the first 3 minutes, as there's just 4 minutes left to be played here before we close this chapter of the Auburn lacrosse season. As Baylor's going to get a deflection there. Still a long way to go, as Baylor's looking for somewhere to go, trying to find it, and that's going to be picked up by number 22, Bradley Vincent. Bradley Vincent, he might go all the way. He'll pass it around the middle. That's a shot there for the recent goal scorer, Colin Statley, but that one's going to go out of bounds just off the right post, as that's another shot that hits the ground and goes left. Landon Richard doing a good job coming in the game as goalkeeper, been able to track some shots and overall be a wall during these last couple minutes of this one. That's a shot that goes right by a lot. May have been a pass, as that ball's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Tiger ball with 2 minutes and 54 seconds still to be played here as we approach the final buzzer. Picked up by Auburn. That's number 38, Austin Faber. First time I've said his name, from Hoppage, New York. That's Tyler Ward there. He's got a little bit of room in front of him. Big man, goes to his right and scores. Put one perfectly right there in the bottom right corner of the goal, as we see some words being exchanged there between Tyler Ward and number 39, that's number 3, Johnny Edwards. Just saw that big hit just a little while ago, but Tyler Ward will make it 21-5. Two minutes still to be played here in the fourth period. As you can see, the referee talking it over at midfield. Now a minute 45, as we do have a running clock. And this one is going to be won and lost at the same time. Picked up by Auburn, as this is going to be number 41, Colby and Dorsey, who's got a long way to run with it, over to Tyler Ward, that big man who just scored a goal. Tyler Ward is 6'5". I'm 6'2", and he makes me feel songs. That's number 21, Aaron Mortar, with it. He's going to shoot, and he's going to score. A little bit of a long shot there, but he gets his arms free and puts one in the back of the net to make it 22-5. Tigers lead. .48 seconds left to be played here in period number 4. As you can see, one fan for Auburn immediately put his hands up. He knows what has happened here tonight. Auburn looks to have grabbed their second in a row against the Baylor Bears, as there's just 30 seconds still to be played here. As you can see, the referee is kind of walking a little bit slower, you could say. And there's the whistle there. 18 seconds. Auburn's done a great job of keeping the pressure on. Let's see if they add one more. That pass goes awry. It's being scrummed through as there's 5 seconds left. Auburn is going to pick up the 22-5 win. That's their third in the W column this season, the second of the weekend. They take 2, of course, beating Wake Forest last Friday, and now beating the Baylor Bears 22-5. Auburn grabs their second of the weekend. That makes the Baylor losing streak 3. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And as always, right here on the WEGL YouTube channel, Auburn will be facing off against Florida State in Florida State this coming up weekend, and they'll be back in action, I believe, 2 weekends from now. Thank you all for tuning in, and War